I'm sorry. I'm just sorry that it has been so long since I watched an episode of this show, and it's going to be even longer for you because this episode doesn't come out for another. This video doesn't come out for another 4 weeks on YouTube, so it's going to be like what, 4 months, maybe 5 months since I last reacted to Batman for you guys. Anyway, it is. So yeah, I'm not going to go into detail again about what. Well, I'm not going to go into what happened again on my break because honestly, I'm pretty sure almost all of you here are here because of the Ben 10 videos, and I explained in one of those what happened. So I'm I'm not gonna explain it here. It'll take too long. I just want to get into the episode. But yeah, it's been a while since we watched Batman the animated series, but I still remember what happened last episode. Somehow, I've got a weird type of memory to remember stuff like that. But it was a Joker episode where Joker was blackmailing this random guy into getting things done for him, and surprise appearance by Harley Quinn. First ever appearance by Harley Quinn. That's what my comments were telling me. I expected it would be because Harley Quinn was created for the animated series, and this was the first episode with her in it. So, yeah, the creators of this show had no idea what they'd done when they created that character. They had no. There's no way they had any idea of she would turn out to be. I love this show so much because it's very, because of when it was made. It's got a very mature not very mature, but a more mature feeling to it than cartoons have in recent years. Like this definitely feels more. It feels less childish than Ben 10, of course, but it was still made for children. But back then in the 90s, television creators, they just, like, this falls into a category like Star Wars Clone Wars does for me. It's a cartoon, but the creators of the cartoon just trusted that kids will get it. Like they'll just follow along with it and they'll understand. Like they don't have to shield them away from more darker stuff, shall we say. This show kind of goes with that way for me, even though we don't really see any deaths in this show. It feels more mature than other shows in recent years. Like if you had it like a, I'm pretty sure there is a animated Batman show out there somewhere today, but it doesn't measure up to this because it doesn't have that same quality of storytelling. This show is just great, and I want to get back into it. Oh, and for this reaction, wearing new Gotham Knights t-shirt which I got online, and yes, I will be playing this game. Probably not when it comes out because I'm getting a lot of overtime at work right now, so I'm deciding for Christmas to buy myself something. I'm deciding between either better camera for my videos, a whole new PC, or a PS5, in which case I'd be able to play this game and maybe someday get gaming videos out on the channel as well. I'm really into the idea, so put in the comments which one would you pick. Which one should I do? Get new PC, new camera for the videos, or PS5? I think cameras are at the bottom of the list right now because this works just fine, but it'd be nice to have a new camera. It'd be nice to have a proper camera because this is my iPhone I'm recording on, so it'd be nice to have a proper filming camera. I suppose the PC is more beneficial in the long run because it would definitely help with my YouTube stuff. Well, I don't know yet. I've got to get closer to the time to decide which one. So enough about that. We're not talking about Christmas yet. Just yet. It's still November. I mean, everyone else is talking about Christmas because, let's be honest, no one's going anywhere to talk about anything else. So, and it's November 4th. Halloween just finished, so everyone's going to start talking about Christmas now. It's like the rule. Like the second Halloween is over, it becomes all about Christmas. let's just return to Batman the Animated Series, Season 1, Episode 23, starting now. Here we go. Wow. Vendetta. That's a creepy looking title card, should we say? Should we call it a title card? Oh god. Oh god. Was that a smile I just saw? We're focusing on Harvey quite a bit. Is this who I think it is? I'm gonna write down who I think it is. If it is, I'm quite excited. Oh, hello Thorn. Jesus.
You'd better have the money to pay for that.
He does.
It's too hot in here. Let's get some air.
Doesn't stop raining, does it? We're gonna go. Woo. Oh, that'd be so scary. And Batman's just smiling the whole time. Thorn is quite a reoccurring villain, isn't he?
Harvey Bullock is hard to work with, even harder to like. But he's a good cop, that man. He's clean. Never once, my friend. I hope your instincts are wrong. Bullock, that you? Yeah. Now let me see it.
Doesn't look like Bullock. Wow. Definitely not Bullock. A part of it's got to feel good for Batman. A part of it feels good for us as well because of all the things Harvey's done. But it's obviously not him.
Microwavable crock. Alfred, you're beautiful.
Here he comes. It's Killer Croc.
Now, a freak job in the cake. They used to call Killer Croc the meanest dude in the Wrestling Federation. Now they'll call it the guy who iced the Batman.
Killer Croc. Wrestler, you say? Vince McMahon would love this guy.
Now I've never heard of him. But according to this, Bullock busted him based on the testimony from Conway and Joey the Snail. And Croc has escaped. And now it's payback time. Drive! Croc! How did you escape? Simple. The guards don't think about the sewers.
Oh wow. He was in the back seat the whole time. With the marching drums as well. Ooh.
This ain't no bat cave. You're on my turf now.
Ah. Ooh. He's in the water. Oh, that's got to be so scary knowing that he's swimming around you. Wow. Hey. That guy's got to be heavy as well.
Why? Why'd you stick your neck out like that to help me? Because I thought you were guilty too. And I was wrong. Not a bad piece of work.
Little respect from Harvey, finally.
Bullet's back and ready to kick butt.
Ah. Okay. A fun little mystery episode. I only wrote down Bullock history and Killer Croc. So, apparently this all came about because... but where does it tie into Rupert Thorne though? Croc was into well, he was a carnival freak. Then he went into pro wrestling. Vince would love that guy. Vince likes big sweaty monsters, and then he would then go into crime, and then he was imprisoned by Bullock. I'm guessing Bullock was the one who arrested him, and on the testimonies of the two guys that he captured. So, yeah. And then he got out through the sewers. We didn't hear about him killing anyone, which kids show, I guess. And he just decided to capture them and not kill them. Right. I mean, obviously the Killer Croc that I'm most familiar with is the one from the Arkham games, and he would definitely have killed them first rather than capture them. Where does Killer Croc get access to an explosive as well to blow up the boat in the beginning? Fireworks going off. I imagine a lot of people watching this episode would have felt the same way Batman did, like wanting Harvey and believing Harvey to be guilty. But because up to this point, Harvey has been a very unlikable character. Somewhat entertaining, but still very unlikable. But we finally got a bit of respect out of him. Like, he finally admitted Batman did something alright. A nice piece of work, in his words, by capturing Killer Croc. So, yeah, it's good to see the relationship between Harvey and Batman improving. Only slightly, but it's there. It's more than we had before. I do like Gordon sticking up for him as well. Like, he doesn't like Harvey. He doesn't like working with Harvey, but he admits that Harvey is a good officer. Killer Croc, though, was a fun villain. A fun villain for this episode. It led to an interesting, a different type of fight as well in the sewers and in the water. It was different than what we've had before. It's not just a typical fist fight. Would have liked to have seen him use a bit more wrestling moves. I mean, he kind of did. He nearly choked out Batman when he first met him. But maybe a bit more wrestling moves, of course. He's a lot less intimidating than the Arkham Killer Croc as well, but what can you do? Yeah, that fight at the end was very interesting. In the water, you knock him. What was it he used when he turned his eye lenses red and then through the thing? It's not infrared. What is it? Basically, he put on sunglasses because he flew a flash grenade. I'm assuming flash something, and he was still able to see where his Killer Croc was, because Killer Croc lives underwater and in the sewers, so he's going to be used to the dark. And then fighting in the waist height water, and then every time you knock Killer Croc down, he just disappears beneath the water and you don't know where he is. And then he just pops up behind you. That's sort of similar to Batman Arkham Asylum as well, when you're just walking through the sewer lair and then he just pops out every now and again. And you don't know where the hell he is. It was good to have Renee Montoya back as well. Although quite small part. And then Rupert Thorne was in it as well, which eventually didn't lead to anything. But how many episodes has Rupert Thorne been in? He's been in almost, if not as much as Joker. It's good that we had another villain show up. Killer Croc is a fairly prominent villain as well. I mean, he's not obviously a level Batman villain. Killer Croc's definitely not A-list, but I think he's definitely B-list. He's definitely a fairly prominent villain without being up there at the top. This was a good mystery episode for the most part. Obviously, the episode itself has to give us quite a few clues, because Because when Killer Croc went and got that guy out of the prison, you knew it wasn't Harvey at all. But I suppose the intent was it's to make it look like Harvey, but you just know it isn't, because it's a cartoon show. It's got to give you some clues, because again, it's for kids, so it's got to give the kids some clue as to who it is. I mean, I'm sure there's some kids out there who watched this episode and they saw that scene and they were like, "Is that Harvey Bullock? He looks and sounds strange, and why has he got grey scaly hands?" But obviously, 25-year-old watching it, it's not going to work here. So that's maybe the disadvantage of watching this at this point in my life, at this age. But again, this show is so well written. It was a nice mystery episode, this, for the most part. This show pretty much almost always impresses me. There are some episodes that don't, but this episode impressed me. I thought it was a decent episode. It's not like in the top, I don't know if it'd be in the top 10 or anything of episodes I've seen so far, but it was a lot of fun, this episode. As always, if you're watching this on YouTube, it will be available right now on Patreon, full length. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you could also go to Patreon, subscribe for $5 a month instead, and then you get a whole month early access to episodes that have not come out on YouTube yet. So if you're watching this, you could probably watch to episode 27. You could watch all the way to episode 27 if you're watching this on YouTube right now. And I forgot to say at the beginning of the episode, I can't believe it, I forgot to mention, I had a new Patreon subscribe yesterday, I believe. Matthew Hunt Davis, you subscribe for $5 a month. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I saw that you subscribed for $3 a month and then you upgraded to the $5. Love that for you. So yeah. $3 for the full length, $5 for the early access and the full length. And now I have started I've only uploaded one video, but onto my $10 tier. And that is a full length movie reaction to the 2018 Halloween movie, which I watched. And as with the $5 tier, you subscribe for the $10 tier, you get all the stuff from the $10 tier, $5 tier, and $3 tier available to you. So, yeah, it's entirely up to you. And I had a comment on my Ben 10 video that just came out. Someone asked, like, okay, so I can subscribe for the $3, then pay for 1 month, and that's it. I can cancel after that. Yes, that's how Patreon works. You can subscribe, and it'll charge you immediately, but you can cancel at any time you want. You could have it for 1 day, or anything. You could literally subscribe it and then cancel after 1 day if you wanted. But just take note, the way it's set up, you will be charged when you subscribe and on the 1st of every month. So don't subscribe in the last few days of the month, because you're going to be charged again in only a couple of days' time. So if you're going to do it, subscribe on the 1st or just after the 1st. So at that point, you don't have to worry about losing too much money. So this was a great episode of Batman Animated Series. I'm so happy to be back into this show. It's been a while, and we only tend to go every week. Well, I don't know if I can say we're going to go every week, because this is a long show. So maybe there'll be more breaks in the future, I don't know. Well, I probably do know, because there probably will be, because this show is over 100 episodes long. And I don't think I can go consistently for 100 weeks. So, yeah. But you don't have to worry about that right now, because as of right now, I intend to go every week for at least a while. So until next time, we are over and out.